So, hello there everyone, and welcome. It is Niran here, and today it is time for yet another FIFA 20 career mode experiment, and today we have got one of my favourite ones, alright? We are going to be seeing what happens when every single player on FIFA 20 career mode is the same nationality. What will happen to all the teams, what will happen to all the players, what will happen to all the international teams and international competitions, because I've made sure, basically, to choose a nation that doesn't have a team on the game. So this country's national team is not on FIFA. None of the national teams on the game will have any players whatsoever. We're gonna see how that breaks the game, because ultimately it will. So as you can see on the face of it, nothing really seems to have changed. We're running with Arsenal for today's experiment for really no real reason, but we're running with them anyway. You know, we've got the normal team, Lacazette, Ozil, Torreira, the beautiful head Gunduzi. But if we look a little bit deeper into the squad, you'll see that there seems to be a nationality change for some of these players. And by some of them, I mean literally everybody. Every single player in the team and on the game is now from Papua New Guinea. Now, don't ask me why I chose this team. I'll be honest, I just put a random number and piece of code into what I was using to do this experiment, and Papua New Guinea is what we got. And I didn't know the number code for Brunei before anyone asks, otherwise I would have made it that. But we've got Papua New Guinea, and you'll also notice that every single player is retiring at the end of the season. So we're going to get a batch of regens to cover everybody in the game when season number 1 ends, and all of them will be from Papua New Guinea. So not only have we got absolutely everybody being the same nationality and whatever that causes, we've also got the added randomization of the fact that every single player is retiring. What will that do to the regens? Will we get regens of the same nationality, or will they just automatically change back? All I know is this is going to be a catastrophe, and I hope you're all strapped in and ready for it. If you're going to enjoy the video though, slap a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video, and it massively helps me out. But without any further ado, I'll tell you what, let's take a look at the national teams for a start. This could break everything. Technically, everyone is still in their international team, which I find interesting. We see Belgium here. We've got Lukaku, Eden Hazard, Mertens, Kevin De Bruyne. But if I'm to search for those, that's not the search, that's the squad up near. And I know you have not played this game in a while, but come on. If I'm to search for those players, so let's take a look at Romelu Lukaku, for example. You'll see he's not actually from Belgium. He is from Papua New Guinea. That isn't his nationality anymore. He's also retiring, obviously. So I'm guessing at the start of a career mode save, the national teams are just set, like no matter what the actual technical nationality of the players are. I don't know whether that will change when there's an international break. We'll sim maybe to the first international break and then see whether every single player then moves away from their national team or whether they just stay there for the whole of this first season. I may have accidentally simmed to the end of the season instead of the first international break, but it doesn't matter anyway, because all the players are still in their international teams. As you can see, if we scroll through all of them, they've just got their normal players still. And if we look at the news, you'll see that all of the nations are announcing their squads for the Euros in 2020. Germany with the likes of Manuel Neuer, Toni Kroos, Julian Brandt, Serge Gnabry. Spain with Kepa, De Gea, Carvajal, Jordi Alba, Sergio Ramos, etc. Every team is still normal. Unfortunately, we don't actually have any international job offers right now, or just job offers generally speaking. But it would be cool to see maybe towards the end of this experiment what happens if we actually take over one of those, because they're not going to have any players in them. In true Unai Emery fashion, despite the board literally hating us, we still have got the job. We finished 9th in the league. This game is accurate after all. There's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing. It's fine, lads. Don't worry about it. These transcended across games. FIFA 20 still sees the free agent Mustafi, the free agent David Silva. I don't even know who the other Don is. Isn't that the guy that plays darts from the Netherlands? Everyone has retired, and now everyone's from Papua New Guinea. I'm assuming they are indeed. This is good stuff. Our whole team is from Papua New Guinea. Half of them are goalkeepers for a start. There's already some astonishing names here. What is going on? Yaya Guillaume. It's just mixed all the name pools together. Jetison Al-Amri, Kazuki Henderson, Mike Steven Afonso Fernandez. How is your last name going to be Al-Azmari and your first name is Martin Alexander Alexanderson? This is the best name I have ever seen in my life. This man, can't even say it. Is called Herman Dickinson. Who names their child Herman? Now, I have collated some of the best names that I've found so far in this career mode save together, and we're gonna go through them now because there are some astonishing ones. We start off simple with John No. Is No really a surname? I mean, yes, clearly it is, but Tomoki Chitalina Carniel from Heerenveen has got a nice flow to it. Tino Dong, also playing in the Netherlands, caught my eye. Quasim Diakota plays for Schalke. Phenomenal name, son. Kojo Fodo de Alberto. How can every part of your name rhyme with each other? Kojo Fodo de Alberto. Speaking of rhyming, we've got the Don himself, Herman Dickinson. Parbus is next up. It's like someone just gave up with his name, just couldn't be bothered to actually put any effort into it. Mauro Drinketh is another one. Dante Dominguez. Mauro Jackerson Ndiaye. And look at him. He doesn't look like he should have any of those names. Sangsu Coronus isn't the greatest of names, but I wanted to put him in just because I think we should be alert to him. He looks like he should be on a register. Young Sun Innocent at Newport County. Roberto Bai is a free agent. I suppose he said goodbye to any clubs that came in for him. Peng Gutierrez. I mean, I don't think he's that good looking, but okay. Dejan Wu just looks like someone spelt deja vu wrong. Really? Cheek Girth. Cheek Girth. Do you understand how mental that is? Along with his brother Hugo Girth. I say brother, there's not too many similarities in appearances. Ibrahim Ading has got a phenomenal flow to it. Junior Wang is, well, that's a concerning one, actually. Roman Yo, down with the kids, I'm hoping. Leon Bar. One Dick is, I mean, it's just a classic, isn't it? There was always gonna be one. We've got Alfie Finger as well. Bentley Baxter Mnoga is also playing in Australia. Meanwhile, Linda Boniface plays at Manchester United. But what's going on with the national teams? Because we've got Euro 2020 going on, and as things stand, nobody's got anyone. There's no names under any of the players. What about England? No, it's not coming home, lads. We haven't got anyone to bring it home to. Ecuador have won the Copa America with Andres Iniesta in the team, labelled as Alex Hunter. Something seems slightly off to me. And France have won Euro 2020. I don't know how they managed to do that. Let's do some inspecting. They won 3-0 in the final over Belgium. Every game was won 3-0. But what happens for the next international tournament? Like, what happens when there's a World Cup, for example? Will they even announce a squad because they don't have anyone to put in it? That sounds like a question I need to answer. Public service announcement. There's a player called Igor Bone. Also, we're currently bottom of the league and have a better manager rating than we did before. Fraud, a wanted man. I should assume so if he's been convicted of fraud. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an international job offer. Portugal, for some reason, still exists. Why? I don't know, because they've not got anybody. Unavailable player seems like a slight understatement when there's nobody in the entire country for me to choose. Right, yeah, so game plan. As you can see, not got too many formations really available to me. I can't select it. I have selected it and my game's my game's crashed, lads. Well, it was bound to happen eventually. Unai Emery was always gonna get the boot. We've had our contract terminated, and for once, I can't even complain. It should have happened earlier. All international games are still ending 3-0, no matter who they are, no matter where they are. The transfer news isn't looking all that entertaining at the moment. Transfer window begins, transfer window ends. Transfer window begins, transfer window closes. So the World Cup of 2022 has rolled around and the squads are looking a little bit thin on the ground. Colombia have got no goalkeepers, no defenders, no midfielders or forwards. Same for Argentina, Brazil, Italy, France and the Netherlands. I mean, it makes sense. You could see it coming. But there you have it. This experiment has created some astonishing names and some astonishing things. International football is firmly cancelled, but the world of Papua New Guinea football is definitely thriving and flourishing. If you've enjoyed this FIFA 20 career mode experiment, though, slap a like on it and subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is at the official FNG on Twitter and on Insta. If you've got any suggestions for experiments you'd like to see on the channel coming up, then drop them down in the comment section below. But for now, it has been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.